Abby, our B1 goalie. Technically the second round here, the District 3 playoffs. Minneapolis beat Wyzetta in the play-in game of sorts. Minneapolis heads to Orono tomorrow. 60 minutes here for either a championship match-off, face-off, or a third-place game. The Nordics in the whites, number 2 seed, taking on Maple Grove in the blacks. Nordics, as I said, the 2 seed. Maple Grove, the 3, and right off the bat, Remy almost pokes a backhand in from behind the net. Kept out of there by the Maple Grove goalie. June holds it in, but turns it over. And Maple Grove's back the other way. Stopped by Cora. And a big collision. No call. Nothing but a little bit of contact. Taki plays it up the boards in the direction of Nula. Nula's not going to catch it, and Maple Grove chips it back in. June grabs it behind Abby, our E-Bug goalie from the Nordic B1 team. Elliott at home, sick, wishing she could be here. And we are missing her for sure. As Hadley comes up the near side, she's able to fight it into the offensive end. From the corner, centering pass, Sofa's screaming in. Just couldn't get there in time. And Maple Grove clears it out, and that'll be icing on the Crimson. Got Hadley back at her position in center. She's been playing D for quite a while. And Sawyer back at hers at D, who had been playing center for quite a while. Comes out to Sawyer at the point. She sends one in on net, and it's covered up. Good start here for HP. Not a lot of action down in front of Abby. Plenty down here in the Maple Grove side. Faceoff comes out to the corner. Sofa's there to tie it up, and Sawyer just can't hold it in, and the Crimson are having a little bit of a rush. Lillian's there, and Lillian stops them enough, and Abby with her first opportunity and comes up with a big save and covers it up. And a good start there for Abby Koval in net. Face off, controlled by Cora, and Cora can't quite get it out. Maple Grove sends it back into June. June out to Remy. Remy loses it, can't get it out either. Cora ties up Maple Grove at the point, and the puck's able to break loose of the zone. Maple Grove's forced to retreat back into the neutral zone. They circle around. Remy's all over it. Good pressure there from Remy. And Sydney's able to dump it in. Everybody on sides, but only Maple Grove back there deep. June's able to hold them off and gets the puck out, almost offsides. June with it again. She's able to send it back out, but into Maple Grove's hands at the neutral zone. And they play it back into their own end. They play it up the boards. And they're almost able to get it on the near side. Lydia holds them out. Loose puck comes to Sydney McCambridge. Sydney's looking for somebody to be an option. Was waiting for Hadley to come off the bench. Got it onto Hadley's stick, but she couldn't control it, and back behind their net of the Crimson. Crimson turn the corner. They're up the near side. They're going to run into some traffic, including Sydney McCambridge, and they dump it in. So Crimson with it behind the net in the corner. They center it. They took a swing at it, but poked away by the Nordics. And Sophie almost able to battle that out, but the Crimson are content to just dump it in and let June skate it out. June, she chips it up off the boards into the Maple Grove end. And Maple Grove has even this matchup as we had a little bit of action down in the Nordic side. Maple Grove drops it back. They're back on the attack, tied up by Lillian. Hadley battles at the blue line, and Soph is able to chip it out onto the stick of Remy, who tried to get it back to Soph, and it comes back into the Nordic zone. Sawyer with it behind Abby. Sawyer cuts it back up the middle. Sawyer outside. Sawyer. One to beat. Sawyer's out wide. She cuts it back into the slot, and the shot falls off the end of her stick and just goes wide. But a good rush there for number 12, held in by Lillian. Sawyer step up there. Sawyer grabs it, dumps it in, no icing. Cora backhands it deeper into the zone, and Newland's there to pop it up. Maple Grove's going to try and get it out, and they will. But into the hands of June, who sends it back in, but the Nordics are offsides just by a hair.
I can't believe you know that. Really? It is.
Face off won by Hadley to Sydney, and Sydney was looking for June. Maybe a little bit out of June's reach, but either way, it comes to Soph, and Soph sent it in the direction of Lydia, definitely just a little out of her reach. And Maple Grove gets it back out. Icing waved off. June scoops it up. June plays it up the boards to Soph. Sophie's cut off. Maple Grove with it in the corner, centering pass intercepted by Sydney. Sydney turns the corner, can't get around the Maple Grove defense. And the puck's back in the Nordic end behind the net, and Crimson play it up out of the zone. Good pressure by Soph. Oh, she just couldn't get by. We got a broken twig. Whose twig broke? A backhand centering pass gets through, and they find the back of the net on a rebound, and it's 1-0. .54 to go in period one. Nordics trail 1-0 after that Maple Grove goal. Sawyer plays it out of the zone. Remy hustles after it onto the boards, and she gets there first. There's a twig on the ice. Lillian with a great poke check, but Nula loses an edge. Remy gets it. Remy skates it in. Her shot's intercepted before it gets to the goalie. Maple Grove trying to get it out, unsuccessful thus far. Lillian holds. Lillian fires it down low. It's down low for Nula. Nula, backhand, saved by the Maple Grove goalie, and she gathers it in and covers it up. net. They're going to run into a little bit of traffic, but they are able to get it out. Icing's alive, and it'll get there, it looks like. Yep, icing is the call. So back down here we come. Nordic's playing good hockey. 10 players deep. Everybody looks to be on their horses here. And one's not going to be enough. Not to win a game like this. Face off out to Lydia. And Lydia's tied up on the boards. Maple Grove trying to chip it out. Held in by the Nordics, but it does get out. They get behind the defense, but Sydney with a great stick reaches in and just steals it. Hadley gets it poked away on the side. And Maple Grove again just dumps it in. June plays it out to Hadley. Hadley has it on the far side. Hadley patiently waiting for an opportunity. And she's inching it forward. Finally played out by Maple Grove. But June's able to poke it in. Lydia tracks it down. Lydia's offsides. Hadley's able to retreat. Doesn't go offsides. Plays back to Sydney McCambridge. Sydney gets by 1, 2, 3. 2 left. Sydney skates it up into the slot. Sydney's shot off the post. Rebound out front. Hadley takes a swing. And it's blocked by the Crimson. Hadley rings the top of the crossbar. Back out to June. June dumps it back in. Good job by the Nordics to hold it in and keep the pressure on. Lydia chasing around in the corner. The Crimson played up the boards, and Sydney backhands it back down low. 4:38 to go. Maple Grove trying to play it up again. June's going to hold this one in. Plays it around to Sydney. Sydney rips one from the point, and it's knocked down in front of the net by the Maple Grove defense. Out in front to Hadley. Hadley's stick is tied up. She couldn't get a stick down on it, and Maple Grove's got a 3-on-2. And they mistakenly play it out to Sydney McCambridge's side, and that's going to be an automatic no. But back out to the slot, or to the point, and Sydney backhands it out of the zone. Back in, and that's offsides on the Crimson. 3 ticks over 4 minutes to go, period number 1. Faceoff comes out to center ice after the offsides. What? Just an offsides call. Faceoff comes out to the Crimson, and they dump it in right behind Sawyer, and around the net it goes. Lillian will be the first one to it. Lillian gets taken down. Puck's underneath her. Found. Sounded like a whistle. Not sure what the noise is. Maybe they hit the post. But... Oh, tipped around. Covered up by the Maple Grove goalie. Hadley wins the draw, out to Sawyer. Sawyer rips one. It's bouncing around. Oh, and Maple Grove clears it. Nordics are going to capitalize on one of these. Plenty of opportunities here for HP. Just haven't been able to find it. Soph takes control in the neutral zone, dumps it in. And the puck bounces out of play. Three minutes to go, 3:06. Around the boards it goes. Sydney stops it.
There we go.
Loose puck to Hadley. Hadley cuts it back, takes a shot, and it's blocked and sent down into the corner. Maple Grove plays it up the boards, gets just by June, and it's a 3-on-1, and Sydney's the only one left. And Sydney does a great job to get back in the play, but they find the back of the net, and it's 2-0 now. Face off comes out to Sydney McCambridge. She's able to turn the corner but can't get going after that. Takes a spill. Remy stood up at the blue line but holds the puck in. But Maple Grove was back behind and they're able to get it back out. June swats the puck away and Nula comes in and takes over from there. Nula around Abby. Nula gets it knocked off of her stick. Back out to the Maple Grove point. They send another one down in towards the net, tipped away by Sydney. June plays it up the boards to Nula. Nula tries to shovel it out. Held in by the Crimson. Sydney back with it. Sydney plays it up in the direction of Remy. Remy has it, and she's stopped at the red line. Puck comes back to Maple Grove. Held out by June. Held out by Nula. Nula with it. Nula gets it smacked away, and it comes down into the Nordic corner. 1:38 to go in period number 1. And the puck swings around to Nula. Nula. Oh no. Almost a costly turnover there, right in front of Abby. But fortunately cleared out by the Nordics. Scrum right at the red line. Comes out to Sydney. Sydney's out wide. Sydney. One more move, gets around the corner this time, fires another one, knocked away off the glove of the Crimson goaltender. 1 minute remaining in period number 1. And Nula's gonna go to the box for hooking maybe. So the Nordics will spend the rest of period number 1 and 7 seconds in period number 2 with skater down. Maple Grove controls it off the draw. Abby with a big save there. This faceoff comes out in favor of the Nordics, and Lillian slams on the brakes, turns it up the other way. Sends it in the direction of Hadley, but up the boards. Maple Grove with it. They send another one down low. Sawyer will have this, 30 seconds to go. Sawyer cuts it up, gets tripped, gets back up, still has the puck and gives it up to almost to Hadley, just out of Hadley's reach. Out to Lillian. Oh. Another big save by Abby. Abby playing good. 2 tough goals she's given up. A couple of big saves as the Nordics have really let some players get behind them. 2 seconds to go. So shoot it! And she tries to shoot it, and that'll do it for period number 1. Everything pretty even there other than the score. Nordics have a 2-goal hill to climb here for the next 24 minutes. Wins the faceoff, trying to battle through all Crimson, doesn't quite get there. And Remy there to pop one up in the neutral zone and hold the Crimson out, and the Nordics are back to full strength. June flips it out. Nula has it. Nula's got a little thing going here. Nula cuts it back and gets it poked away, and Maple Grove's back the other way. Again, they go the way of Sidney McCambridge, and again, they're denied. Good pressure up on top of the slot there by, is that Remy or Sophie? Remy. Centering look. In the skates of June, she couldn't find it. Cora found it. Plays it up to Sophie. Sophie, oh, just can't get it back and chip it out. And the Crimson hold it in still. Still on the Nordic end. Down low to June. June popped it up into the corner. June off the boards. Remy. Now Sidney. Sidney tries to backhand it out. Nordics having trouble getting this one out of their end. There we go. This one should be able to come out. Nula hustling after it. Just can't beat the Crimson there, but she does enough to hold it in for a moment. But they are able to get it back out. And they're again right back at Sidney, and they're behind Sidney and off the face mask of Abby. And another big save by Abby. Back out to the point. They're going to skate it up, top of the circle, blocked by Sidney McCambridge. In the corner, Lydia. Lydia tries to get it out. Finds Nula. Nula sends it out. Maple Grove sends it all the way down, scooped up by June. June, they're right behind you. June, they're right behind you. Good stick there by Lydia in the slot, and that'll do it. And that'll be a penalty on the Crimson, and Soph didn't like that. Soph took a whack right back at their skates, just like Blake Johnson tells them how to do it in practice. Power play for HP. Face-off won by the Crimson. They skate it right at Lillian. Lillian holds it in, and Hadley just flips it. Maple Grove going to try and skate it out. Poked away by Soph. Held in. Held in by the Nordics. Hadley. Nice look to Soph. And Soph is about an inch wide. Had the open net over there. Back out to the point to Lillian. Lillian's shot tumbling around in front. Sophie's there again. Sophie can't get a stick on it, and Maple Grove's going to skate it out. Sawyer's going to misplay it. Uh-oh. Hadley's there for backup, and Hadley's back the other way. Hadley slams on the brakes. And Hadley finds enough room, skates it up into the top of the circle, lets go of the puck, in on Gretchen. Gretchen poked it back to Hadley, but Hadley wasn't expecting that, as I wasn't either. Thought she was just going to cover that one up. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Sawyer holds it in, sends one down low, but nobody there for the Nordics, and Maple Grove's back to full strength. Bouncing puck comes out to the Crimson. Sawyer, only one back. Cora's back in the play and strips it from behind. And Cora finding some speed around the net. Gave it away to Remy. Remy gave it away to Maple Grove. Maple Grove back in the offensive end. Sawyer has it. Sawyer gets it poked away, and a quick little backhand. And another good save there by Abby. .8:18 to go in period 2. Maple Grove tried to swing at it off the face-off. Puck popped up, held in the Nordic end. June's going to get this one out. Right, June? Right, June? Yep. Grove back on the attack here. They have it down low into the corner, tied up by Kolkman. Kolkman plays it around the boards to the side of Sidney McCambridge, who grabs it on the far side. Sid splits a couple of defenders. I'm out in front of her. She's back in frame. Sidney stops, tries to spin one into the middle, but just couldn't get it. And the Crimson are back the other way. Good Good way to get in front there by Cora, but they get around her. A shot into Abby. Goes wide behind the net. Maple Grove from the blue line, dump it back down low, back behind the net, back out to the Maple Grove point. That one, nobody saw that one. That one came all the way through the zone and nobody even took a look at it. Cora plows it through. And Maple Grove can't get it out. Oh, Nula almost got it down deep. Just couldn't get a stick on it. And it comes back out. All the way back down behind the Nordic net. Sydney McCambridge loses the handle on it and it comes out of the zone anyway. Soph off the bench. Trying to get control and she couldn't, and it's offsides Maple Grove. 6:39 period 2. Face off, won by Hadley, out to Lillian. Johnson to Johnson. Johnson to Homestead, back to Johnson. Johnson in the zone, over to Soph. Soph has it again, another shot, just a hair wide for Soph again. Lillian steps in, sends one in towards the net. Oh my God, I thought that went in, but it went behind. I thought the Crimson knocked that one into their own net. Maple Grove's on the attack here. Block shot by Sawyer and covered up by Abby. Uh-oh. Bouncing around, another good save, Abby Colville. Abby Colville playing good in the blue paint there. As Sawyer turns around and turns it over. And Abby forced to cover another one up. Save the fancy stuff for the neutral zone, Trails. Or the offensive zone. Face off. Comes out to Nula. Nula's got some real estate in front of her. She cuts it back into some traffic and can't fight her way through. Sydney with it. Sydney loses the handle on it. And Maple Grove retreats back into their own end. Cora pestering them the whole way. And they want to dump it in, but they give it away to Sydney McCambridge. Sydney looking for Nula. Bounces over Nula's stick and into the hands of Maple Grove. Maple Grove across the zone. Remy can't get there, but she does enough where Cora can hold it in. Maple Grove again trying to play it out. Sydney holds it in. Cora with it in the slot. Sends one in and a cover up by the Crimson goalie. 8 seconds over 5. 5:08 to go. Sawyer back in at center. Wins the draw to Lydia. Lydia's shot goes through the top of the crease. And Maple Grove has it on the boards. Sawyer trying to hold it in, but she can't, and now it's a race. Hadley and Maple Grove, and it's icing on Maple Grove. Face off, won by the Crimson. Crimson trying to skate it out. They get it out. Hadley puts it back in for an offsides. Face off, bounces straight up. Nobody got a stick on it, and then Maple Grove came in. Takes over. Maple Grove, dump it into the Nordic end. Hadley and Lillian there. Lillian tied them up. Self can't quite chip it out. Hadley back with it around the Nordic net. Pass out to Lydia. Too hot to trot. Shot behind the net. Rebound, Maple Grove. They send one through the crease. Doesn't connect with anybody. And they hold it in. Blocked by themselves. Lydia scoops it up. Lydia gets it in the offensive end and sent right back out. Hadley pins it on the boards. She sends it back in, and Sawyer couldn't get back on time. Face off out to Sid. Sydney just misfires on it and controlled by the Crimson. They retreat back to their own blue line, skate around Remy. Can't get around Cora. They stop, spin, looking for a centering pass. They connect on it in the slot. And a save by Abby. Thanks for coming, Abby. Good job. Off one by Maple Grove. They send a backhand in, taken by Sydney McCambridge. Sydney, she's up the near side. Sydney cuts it up the middle. One more. And Sydney buries the biscuit. And that's a one-goal game with 3:19 to go in period number 2. One short. Sawyer tried to skate through the whole Maple Grove team, not successful. Doesn't usually work out. And Maple Grove's back at it, puck in front, still in front, and cleared away by the Nordics. And Remy's back the other way. Nordics have numbers. Maple Grove's hot on their tail. Remy's shot twice. Got down low, but just a little bit wide. Back out in front goes the puck. And Maple Grove skates away with it. Now Maple Grove has numbers. And Sawyer shuts that down. And leaves it off for Abby. Way to go, 12! Face off won by the Nordics, but then taken by Maple Grove. Hadley gets it back after a blocked shot, and she's able to get it out. That's offsides, thank you. .228 to go. Face off out to Sydney. Sydney flips it over to Soph. Soph's gonna overskate it. Gets it back, trying to get it in the zone. She does. Sophie rips one. That one was way wide. Sophie's been just off target this game. Sydney backhands it. Sophie gets it down to Hadley. Hadley forced behind the net. She has the puck. Hadley. Oh, trying to get it to June, but it's tipped away. June holds it in. June gambled on that one and lost, and Maple Grove's got numbers the other way. Another nice stick by Sydney McCambridge back out in front to Soph. Soph with a full head of steam here. Oh, got a little ahead of her. She's back in frame again. Soph gains the zone. Tried to send one in the middle. She gets it back herself. Oh my God! And another crossbar for the Nordics. You can't make it up. And another swipe there by Sydney, and she gets the puck back. Sydney's back on the attack. Just a couple in front of her. She's going to make easy work of them and fires another one just high over the glass. Rebound. Mulan is a target! Yeah, let's go, Nordics! 12! Puck in the corner. Cora. Taken out of the play, back in front. Abby, another save, and she covers up another one. Abby doing her best Elliot Holm impression. Filling in admirably for my homie Elliot. Face off. I guess you could call that a win for the Nordics. Crimson. They don't seem happy about this now. Sof's in a foot race. Maple Grove with a head start, but Sof catches up. Sof's all up in their grill. Maple Grove is going to be content for the icing, and it might get waved off. No, it is waved off. Shot from the side, goes all the way through to the opposite corner. And that'll do it for period 2, and period 3 is going to start in a tie. Right now.
Right now?
I swear all the time.
We start doing that now, can we just yell it? I wouldn't be a good coach.
The horn sounds. And period 3 is about to get underway. Ref's giving them a little bit of extra time. Do you know the overtime rules?
Amy probably does.
Huh?
Amy probably does.
Face off, comes out towards Lillian. She does a good job to keep it out of the Nordic end so far. Still doing a good job at it. Still doing a good job. But Maple Grove's able to gain the zone with no room to work with though. Puck's in the corner, back out in front, taken by Soph. Soph tries to send it across, but it's out into the slot. Shot wide off the boards. Backhanded up. Back around it comes. Lydia holds her skates. Maple Grove does not, and Lydia gets it out to Soph. Soph, she's due. Soph's due for one. Oh, and she goes just high this time. Couple of wide, couple high. Soph's due for one. Some good opportunities there for 96.
Good job, Lillian!
Lillian holds it in. She sends one towards the net. Blocked. Lydia walks it in. Popped up to Hadley. Hadley got it on her hands and couldn't pull the trigger on it. And Lillian, does enough to slow him up, but Maple Grove's still back on the attack. Crashed down by Cora. Tried to send it out, does Sophie. Into a pile of bodies. And Cora with no stick. Cora playing hockey without an important piece of equipment there. There's a twig on the ice. Couldn't believe it. And that puck leaks out. And Maple Grove dumps it in to number 9. Number 9 cuts it back once. Gets it smacked away the second attempt. But Remy does enough to get it out. But Maple Grove is right there to get it right back in. A shoveling backhand by June. Leads to possession for Sydney, and it just got out of Sydney's reach. Nula holds it out, sends it back up the other way. Sawyer holds it out. And Maple Grove's offsides. Puck stays out anyway, and now they get it in. Down to Sydney McCambridge. Sydney to Nula. Nula across the ice to Remy. Remy just dumps it in. Had Sawyer on her backhand, didn't see her. But the Nordics are in the Maple Grove end, but only for a second. And Maple Grove's right back out. Across the red line they come. Sydney disrupts their rush. They send a shot in from the side, turned down by Abby, and out of the zone it comes. Maple Grove across their own end, across the red line on the near side. Lillian around to Abby. Oh, and Lillian goes down hard. Must have been a weak spot in the ice there. Cora with it. Cora's getting hooked. And Maple Grove does enough to slow Cora up, but Sawyer's there, and Sawyer plays it up around the boards. Can Sophie get there? She gets there, but not before Maple Grove. Oh, good job, Sawyer. Sawyer keeps that one out. And onto the stick of Sophie. Sophie turns a defender around. Yeah! You're too fast, 96. Keep it up, buddy. And the Nordics with a 1 minute skater advantage here. 8:24 to go in period number 3. Hadley in to take the face-off. Gets it out to Soph. Soph's going to circle around. Back to Sydney. Sydney's shot disrupted and bounces off the edge of the boards and way up high. A centering pass. Gets all the way out to the Nordic point. Sydney plays it back down lower. Hadley meets Maple Grove right behind the net and back out around the boards. Sydney cuts it off, sends it back down into the corner again. Hadley with it. Hadley gives it to Lydia. Lydia with room. Back out front. Oh, off the skates of Soph. And the Nordics just dump it in. Don't come off for a change. And Maple Grove back on the attack. Nordics converge and hold them off, and that's offsides. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Seven and a half minutes. Down low, Cora has it. Oh, Cora doesn't have it. Cora sends it up to Remy. Held in by Maple Grove. In on Abby, she covers. Puck leaks through the slot. Nula has it. Nula retreats to behind Abby, sends one out to Remy. Maple Grove dumps it back in. Taken by Lillian. Lillian gets it slapped away. Sawyer cuts it back up the middle. And Sawyer gains the Maple Grove end, sends one down low. Covered up by Maple Grove. A good rush there by 12, just couldn't get around the last defender. 2-2, 6:45 to go. Everybody back at full strength. Maple Grove just able to get it out, and the Nordics are offsides by an inch. Hadley wins the face-off to Sydney. Sydney sends it in far side. Are the Nordics losing steam, or are we all right? No icing. Sydney looks like she's still moving. Uh-oh. Back out to the point. Down low, Abby kicked it away. June smacks it up the boards, pinched off by the Maple Grove Crimson. Back around the net, Maple Grove fans on it, and Sydney does too, but just gets enough on it to get it to Lydia. Lydia gets around a defender and gets the puck out of the zone. Maple Grove takes it away and sends it right back in. Sydney up to Sophie. Sophie, one to beat, just couldn't cut it back in time. Loose puck to Hadley. Hadley, good movement out to Lydia. Lydia, good look into Soph, but she's contested and the puck bounces up. Out of the zone it comes. Cora holds it off, and Sawyer, no, yeah, they were on sides. Sawyer does the spinning move. They've all watched that Connor McDavid highlight a couple times. And Sawyer does a nice job getting back in that play to hold Maple Grove out. Let's go Nordics! .5:20 to go. Amy, what's overtime? This isn't going to overtime. 5:15 to go. Offsides, Maple Grove. Face-off controlled by the Crimson. Chipped in by the Crimson. Almost chipped out by June, but Sawyer with it. Sawyer out to Sydney. Sydney out of the zone. Maple Grove right back in, right back to Sydney. Loose puck in front of Abby. Sydney gathers it up. Sydney gets it poked away, and Maple Grove's offsides. .447. Face off. Comes to Soph. Soph bounces it ahead. No icing. Maple Grove loses it on their own. Lydia's right there. Puck down low. Nobody there for the Nordics. Puck's in the corner. Hadley converges. Held in by Cora. Cora down low. Hadley over to Lydia. Oh, held out of the net by the Crimson goalie. Lillian holds it in. Puck down low again. And that one comes all the way out, and it's a race to the puck. Nice job there, Sawyer. Offsides, Maple Grove. 3:25 to go. Face-off won by HP. Nula dumps it in. Maple Grove sends it back out. Sydney has it. Sydney slams on the brakes, turns. Leaves it off for Remy. Remy chips it off the boards and into the Maple Grove end. Maple Grove gets it back out. Sydney and the Nordics forced to retreat, and Sydney's right back in. She's pinched off on the boards. Around the net comes Maple Grove. Nordics can't hold that in. Sawyer slaps it away. Tie up in front of the Nordic bench. Held out by the Nordics, but Maple Grove is in. Nice slap by June. Gets the puck out. Sawyer with pressure in the neutral zone. Maple Grove's able to get it right around her, and we're going to be offsides, I think. 2:23 to go. Abby should be coming off the ice here. And the Nordics are back in the Maple Grove end. Maple Grove stands Lydia up, takes the puck away. Nordics able to dump it in behind the net. Just over 2 minutes now. And that one bounced all the way around. Icing waved off as Cora gets to it. Hadley. Good defense out top. Maple Grove slaps one down low. Little shovel backhand into Abby, and she covers up. 1:45 to go. Gotta think she's coming out as soon as the puck gets out of the zone here. Or is Critter taking a timeout? Yep, he takes his timeout right now. Minute 45. Nordics just got to get this out of their own end. They send it back out to the point to Maple Grove. Maple Grove sends one down low, and they have another look at it. Turned away by the Nordics. Sophie's able to get it out, but not enough. Good pressure by Hadley in the neutral zone. Get it in. Come on, girls. Get it in, Hads. Dump it, dump it, dump it. Just dump it. And the goalie's out, but Maple Grove has the puck. June slaps it away, and Sophie races in. Abby stayed in. She didn't come all the way up. Oh, man. And the Nordics aren't even going to get the goalie out, are they? .58 seconds to go. Sydney McCambridge with the puck. Not many others you'd rather have with it right now. Oh, and she can't get around the last defender. 50 seconds. And the Nordics can't get the goalie off. Stop. Nope. And they walk it in. And they put it in, and that'll do it. Maple Grove's going to walk away with this one with a 4-2 victory. 27 seconds left. And the Nordics will play for third. The loser of the Orono-Minneapolis matchup with 10 seconds left. Sawyer might have one last chance at one and gets it poked away. Lydia's in, shoots, and that'll do it.